The hate, the fear-mongering, the divisiveness will not win. Grace will win, humility will win, and kindness will win. I will always stand by them. Everybody else can go to hell.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. After the insane backlash surrounding Stephanie White, this situation might seriously be over for real. Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White was viciously booed by thousands of fans inside Indiana when her name was announced during the player and coach introductions. This wasn't just a few people complaining. The boos were loud, obvious, and impossible to ignore. And it got so bad that Indiana Fever team president Kelly Krauskopf had to step in and make a statement defending the coach. Caitlin Clark also had to address the situation. Think about how crazy that is. When the fans are openly turning against a head coach and the higher-ups suddenly have to publicly show confidence in her, that is a massive red flag. In men's sports, situations like this can sometimes be the beginning of the end for a coach. Stephanie White could genuinely be on her way out if this continues. The fans appear to be completely fed up. And the reason for all of this goes directly back to the controversy involving Chicago Sky guard Dejanai Carrington and her flagrant 2 foul on Fever guard Sophie Cunningham. Stephanie White defended Carrington, and her comments absolutely pissed people off. Then, before the game, White basically went on a tirade telling everybody to go to hell. Well, the fans heard her loud and clear, because when Stephanie White's name was announced, thousands of Fever fans booed the hell out of her. You told everybody to go to hell, Stephanie, and the fans basically responded by saying, fine, we'll boo the hell out of you. The situation is getting nasty, and if the Fever continue hearing this kind of reaction from their own fan base, Kelly Krauskopf and the Indiana Fever organization may eventually have a very serious decision about Stephanie White. This is courtesy of Alyssa Philippou. Statement from the Indiana Fever team president. The team president had to step in. She got booed so bad at home. Indiana Fever team president Kelly Krauskopf said, Coach White has done a tremendous job leading the Fever for a second consecutive season and has us in a great position for a playoff push. She has kept our team focused and united, all while under the brightest spotlight our team and our league have ever experienced. She has the full support of leadership. Okay, and I'm going to get to what Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White had to say as well. Now, Dave Portnoy, I think he's speaking for a bunch of us here, said, I'm a legit Fever fan. If she just said, I effed up the other night, I should have defended Sophie, my player, and not Dejanai Carrington, so I get why our fans are pissed at me. Maybe I could accept the apology, but this didn't really feel like an apology. More her yelling at us for trying to divide the locker room or blaming us for Dejanai Carrington tweeting white privilege. That's what is dividing people. Fever fans and players get blamed for everything under the sun. We're not trying to divide anybody, but it's Fever versus the world, and we want a coach who feels and acts that way. I'm with Dave Portnoy 100%. Stephanie White doesn't seem to get it. The fact is, you can get as mad as you want. You've defended everybody but your team.
Dave, a lot of that feels aimed at you. Your response?
I don't know if that's aimed at me necessarily. First of all, it's a well-known fact. When you go low, I go lower. That's something I always said. So we have a general disagreement on that. Now, the beginning of the clip is not in there, and she did say, I didn't see the Sophie Cunningham play clearly. I didn't see what happened. It was clearly a flagrant 2. So that was in the beginning of the clip. I don't understand that at all. What do you mean you didn't see the play? She made it kind of sound like she went to the podium and didn't know what happened, and she apologized for not having her back in that, and then went on the second part of the rant, which we just saw. So she started with an apology saying, I'm only human. Yes, that was a flagrant foul. Yes, I should have defended Sophie. I didn't see it clearly. That, to me, I don't know how much I believe. Like, what do you mean? You had the best seat in the house. You don't watch it on the monitor. You don't do anything. I think she should have just said, I screwed up. I shouldn't have defended Carrington. I should have just defended Sophie and had my team's back. All this other stuff about you're not going to divide us. She's talking about, I think, the league. She's talking like we're not going to get the league hijacked. Listen, I don't care what you think of the league, Stephanie White. I am a Fever fan, and there's a lot of people talking about this. I think I'm uniquely, to me, I am a Caitlin Clark fan before she came to the league, and I'm a Fever fan. The Fever fans and their players get attacked and blamed for anything. If you burn your mouth on your food, it's the Fever's fault. So we want a coach who has our players and our teams and our fans back 100% of the time. She seems to be talking about bigger societal issues. And yes, some people are getting involved in this league, as we've said. I think if you ask Clay Travis who the starting five of the Fever were like 3 weeks ago, I don't think he has a clue. Maybe I'm wrong. So there are some people get involved, but that's not the majority of the Fever fans. She got booed. She got booed by Fever fans. I've gone to a Fever game. They're like old ladies and little girls. We want you defending our team. That's what this is about, not the larger issues of whatever she's talking about. Love will win, and you're not going to divide us. It's the Fever versus the world, and you got to get on board. Now, I will say this, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, or this is disingenuous, or makes me a bad media person or a bad friend or whatever. But I did send Caitlin Clark a text, and I'm like, listen, what is she doing, Stephanie White? Like, you have to come defend us off the record. What's going on? And she ghosted that text, and then I saw her publicly have Stephanie White's back, which does carry a lot of weight if they have her back in the locker room. So that's a moral issue. If we can discuss this on a later show or a later segment. If you send somebody, hey, this is off the record, but they don't reply, can you say you asked the question? I think you can.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you just couldn't include their response. Now, do you still
Which I didn't
stand
get
by?
one.
This Stephanie White, once again in the postgame, going off about it. Like, she's livid. This lady is hot. She's pissed off. She just got booed by thousands of her home fans. Take a look.
I've made a statement before about the noise that surrounds our league, and we're being hijacked for all the wrong reasons. And so, I sat with this student. Tony, you gotta stop doing that. I felt called today to speak.
Was there a specific event or anything that you felt pushed you to do that in this instance?
I mean, of course, like the response from Saturday, it's why, it's part of, why it's people presume to know who I am and have no idea. But also because these women are playing incredible basketball, and they deserve to be celebrated for that. And I give them a ton of credit. Like, winners focus on winning, and that's what they're doing. They're winners in that locker room. They pull for each other. You guys are here a lot. You see, like, it's good vibes. It's everybody else that wants to divide us, our team and our league. And, as somebody who's been around for a long, long time in this league, I'm tired of it. And, I know that we as teams stand united in how we feel about this, and we've just got to continue to stay the course.
Both Caitlin and Sophie just told us they wanted to win for you tonight. What did you think of the third quarter response to push ahead and win for you from your players?
I'm just proud of them, man. I mean, again, like, we've got great humans in that locker room. We got great competitors in that locker room. We've got mature women in that locker room who know what it is. And, I'm thankful to them. Those of you who have been around, a year ago and this year, it's like we were fighting different demons, fighting different battles, but the same character. Adversity reveals your character, and this is a really special group, a really united group, and a group that I'm proud to go to work with every day.
Kind of off that note, Steph, on the topic of like outside narratives trying to dictate or divide, what is the story you want your group or your players as team, or even just the league what is the story that people should know or should understand from what the WNBA is about?
Well, first and foremost, basketball. I mean, at the end of the day, like, our team is playing great basketball. Our league is the best in the world, the best athletes in the world. They should be celebrated. We as women in particular, continue to fight. We continue to try to represent the right things. And, you know, I think we're as women and as a women's league, sometimes we're an easy target.
What Stephanie White said about people trying to hijack the league and divide the league just does not sit right with a lot of Fever fans, because let's be honest, nobody is trying to hijack anything. These fans are passionate, they care about their team, and they care deeply about the players wearing that Indiana Fever jersey. And that might actually be the biggest problem here. The WNBA has spent years trying to grow its fan base, and now it has passionate fans who are emotionally invested in these teams. But when those fans criticize something, suddenly they're accused of trying to divide the league. No, bro. Fans are allowed to be pissed off. Fans are allowed to boo. And if you tell those same fans to go to hell, you can't be shocked when they respond by booing the hell out of you. That's why this situation has become so damn ridiculous. Kelly Krauskopf, the Indiana Fever team president, literally had to release a statement saying Stephanie White has the full support of leadership. Caitlin Clark also had to address the controversy. When the coach is getting booed inside her own building and the organization has to publicly defend her, you know this situation is serious. And Dave Portnoy summed up what a lot of Fever fans are feeling. He basically said that if Stephanie White had simply admitted, "I messed up, I should have defended Sophie Cunningham, my player, instead of Carrington," maybe fans could understand an apology. But instead, it felt like she was blaming the fans and accusing them of trying to divide the locker room. That's the issue. Fans aren't asking Stephanie White to fight with everybody in the WNBA. They're asking her to stand up for her own players. Where was that same energy when Alyssa Thomas put her fist toward Caitlin Clark's throat? Where was that defense of Caitlin Clark? And why are Fever fans constantly feeling like their team has to defend itself while other people get the benefit of the doubt? You don't see Becky Hammon out here fighting for Caitlin Clark. You damn sure don't see Cheryl Reeve out here fighting for Sophie Cunningham or Caitlin Clark. And nobody seems to be talking about the Indiana Fever fan who was assaulted in Seattle. That's exactly why fans are asking Stephanie White, why aren't you standing up for us? That's what people are angry about. Stephanie White has made mistakes. She's not free of blame, and fans have every right to criticize her decisions. You can't tell your own fan base to go to hell and then act shocked when they turn around and boo you out of the building. So whether you agree with the boos or not, the message from Fever fans is crystal clear. They want their coach to fight for their team, their players, and their fans. Now, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Was Stephanie White right to call out the fans, or did she completely misread the situation? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.